Is it lab time? I have time, right?
There's about 2 minutes still.
Okay.
Don't have much. Let's see, these are mine, I think. And
Do you need?
who need a set of headphones?
Does it matter which?
No.
Oh, that's your chef person.
And I'll probably begin by talking about, after I introduce you, that, recently arts and
Thank you.
touch.
And hey, everybody, this is Jordan.
Hey, Jordan Ken Baker. Nice to
Hi,
meet
Jordan.
you.
I'm Sherry.
Hi, Jordan.
If you want to grab that seat right there, do a mic check real quick, if you would, Jordan.
Right here.
Now, can we see Jordan or no?
Probably
Jordan,
not.
scooch over that way as far as you can and move your mic with you.
30 seconds.
Oh, there he is. I can just barely see him over the monitor.
I can.
Jordan, if you want, if you're okay with standing up, maybe then we can get you on the camera and headset.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yeah.
10 seconds. Well, I'll tell you what, Dr. B, if you're hearing the music, by golly, it must be on point with JP and Dr. B time.
It is that time on a bright Wednesday morning.
Bright was, now I don't know about bright, I don't know where you were driving because there was no sun, and as I look through the sunroof here in our radio station, I'm not seeing any sun, or is that
Well,
because there's a ceiling?
You didn't let me finish.
Oh.
Bright lights that were coming at me.
Bright lights.
So,
Yeah, is that because of Friday night lights already?
no, I'm afraid not. It was
Oh.
just the traffic was wonderful this morning, though. It's the way we need it, right?
Well, at 4 o'clock in the morning, it
It's not
always is
bad.
wonderful. I'll tell you what, not too many people running to work at 4 in the morning. Well, I'll tell you what, folks, I am excited. We had a great show yesterday. I want to thank everybody for tuning in yesterday. We tried to shout out to everybody that hit our social media. We want to encourage you to call in to our show. We're now an hour-long show, and so therefore we have time for people to call in. You can call in at 214-787-1160, and you can check in with us if you have any questions. You don't have to reveal yourself. Don't forget that this Thursday coming up, the magic word is opportunity. You want to call in for your family 4-pack.
That's right, opportunity, and it will be announced when to start calling and what the 10th caller.
10th caller, it'll be, we're going to go ahead and tell everybody because some folks don't get up at 6 in the morning with us, Dr.
Right.
B. So 6:28 a.m., that'll be on our second break. We're going to take the 10th caller. You get a family 4-pack that gets you over to Sea Life Aquarium over at Grapevine Mills or Legoland Discovery Center. It's exciting, and the value of that is $80. It's great for the family to do. It's free from us and from Legoland and Sea Life Aquarium. They had a great Halloween over there where they had underwater pumpkin carving, which is fantastic, in costume no less.
No less. Can you imagine that?
I can't imagine that. That would be like asking Jordan Swim to go into a kindergarten class with knives and do his chef work with a child standing next to him.
Yeah,
So,
but
yeah,
he
I don't
could
get
do it.
Yeah, he could do it, though. And so, folks, today's show, we're excited. We've got Jordan Swim, one of our executive chefs. He's new to our team. So let's welcome Jordan Swim to the team.
Yeah, welcome, Jordan.
Hello, welcome. Glad to be here.
Well, we're excited to have him, especially at 6 o'clock in the morning.
That's right. That says a great deal for him.
It does. All I had to do was threaten him with a warrant for his arrest, and he said, not a problem, I'm on my way in. I said, okay. But I'm excited. Jordan and I met when he was at Allen High School. He was the executive chef there that really, Jordan, I think you designed Cafe Blue, the whole culinary program at Allen High School. Is that right?
Yes, I had the opportunity to work with the students for ProStart, which is through the National Restaurant Association, and we were able to build a teaching kitchen and a student-run cafe called Blue.
And I mean, it's not just it's better than a lot of restaurants that are out there, even both in design and in food. I mean, Jordan did a fantastic job. These kids in Allen really get, I tell you, almost spoiled because I don't think that restaurants are ever that clean or have that great of equipment or run that well. So Jordan did a great job there. Now Jordan is doing his own catering business and is also on staff at El Centro College. Is that right, Jordan?
Yeah, I teach adjunct at El Centro, and then also my wife and I began 8 years ago Vestal's Catering. Just like most catering businesses, we started out of our home, and now we're over on Haskell and Worth near Baylor in downtown Dallas. And we, corporate catering, weddings, people invite us into their special moments, and definitely get to deal a lot with families that are celebrating.
That's excellent. Now, Jordan, how do they get a hold of you if they want to get something catered?
Our website is vestalscatering.com, VESTALS catering.com.
And by this weekend, we will have his picture, his bio, his recipe from this morning, and we will have a way to get a hold of him and maybe link to his website if we've got a website we can link to.
Yes, absolutely.
And so we'll get you the information because Jordan is a fantastic cook. I'll tell you, my favorite thing was the club sandwich with the soup of the day. I mean, it was always, oh my goodness. And so I highly recommend that you get some of that soup if he ever has a tendency to make that again. But it was always fantastic. So, Jordan, what are you cooking for us this morning?
This morning, kind of first time coming, I wanted to do a recipe that my family and I do almost every week. And so I'm going to do spiced oatmeal pancakes with an apple compote. One of the things when, especially when we want to engage children in cooking, is thinking about using seasonal items. So of course right now in the pancakes we're going to have cinnamon, some fresh nutmeg, and then I've got Honeycrisp apples that I diced up that we're going to put into a compote with some maple syrup that will kind of act as the sauce component for the pancakes.
So how hard is that to make, Jordan? Is it hard to make, or can you and your kiddos sit down and make it without much of a problem?
No, this is great for children. So I have a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old, Caroline and Henry, and they love to climb up on the counter. They can mix the pancakes, level the flour out, put it into the bowl, and so we get it stirred all over the counter. And pancakes are really great because, especially with the oats here, the pancakes do not get as tough as 100% flour pancakes, and so as the kids are able to stir, it really works out well. And then the only thing that the adults really have to help with the compote is the dicing of the apple.
Well, that's fantastic.
It sounds good. I'm hungry already.
I know, right? and Jordan, would you say that all of that would probably cost about $20 or less to feed a family of 4?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the only components in the pancakes that you might not have in your pantry is a fresh thing of buttermilk and a couple eggs, and then 1 or 2 apples. The only thing that we generally splurge on is the real 100% Vermont maple syrup, which around our house is kind of sacred territory.
I can completely understand that. Well, we're going to kick you out of studio, and
Right.
we're going to have you start cooking, and I'm going to move our YouTube fan base outside here in a minute, and we're going to watch you do some cooking, and then we're going to bring you back in, and we'll sample them and go, because I know everything Jordan makes is
Good.
Yeah, very much so.
Look forward to it.
All right, so we're kicking him out, and also in studio, we have a very serious topic today, but a topic that I think can really touch a lot of people's homes and hearts, because if it's not you that it's impacting, it may be impacting others, and you might be able to take some of the information we give you today and help somebody else. And so, Dr. B, I'm going to let you introduce our next in-studio guest.
Thank you, JP. Who we have in studio today is Sherry McCarthy. Sherry McCarthy is an LPC supervisor. She's been working in the mental health field since 1991. Her varied experiences include working with juvenile first offenders, incest survivors, sexually abused children, sex offenders, drug and alcohol clients, just a wealth of experience with adults and children, and a variety of mental health issues. Also, Sherry is the clinical supervisor the supervisor of Waterford Academy, an outpatient treatment center with facilities in both Richardson and Flower Mound for adolescents that have substance abuse and mental health problems. And she serves as a volunteer counseling coordinator for the Denton County Medical Reserve Corps and is on the steering committee for the Denton Regional Suicide Prevention Coalition. She's a member of the Wellness Alliance for Total Children's Health and serves as vice president of Touch by Suicide of North Texas, a nonprofit organization that provides free support for those affected by the suicide of a loved one. Sherry has been invited by Denton County MHMR to be a part of the second loss team in the state of Texas. Wow, what a resume. Sherry, welcome. We're glad to have you.
Thank you, Dr. Bateman. I'm glad to be here.
And I know that this is kind of a difficult topic, and yet it's kind of been brought to the forefront of our community again by the recent tragedy that was on the news and in the newspaper, the young man who was killed out as he was jogging, and then a week or two later his wife committed suicide. What a tragedy, we think.
Absolutely.
And so tell us a little bit about what does Touch by Suicide do?
Touch by Suicide is a local nonprofit 501c3 organization. We are housed out of the Louisville Flower Mound area, but we're open to anyone in any location. Basically, we provide free support groups for both adults and teenagers that have been affected by a suicide, that have had someone they've known or cared about that has killed themselves, and we like to use very explicit terms. We don't say things like tried to hurt themselves or did away with themselves. We like to call it what it is in order to reduce the stigma surrounding suicide.
Yes, and suicide is a pretty big problem in our society, isn't it?
Definitely. I believe statistics currently say that out of every 4 adults, one has either attempted or thought about killing themselves.
Wow, I didn't realize it was that much.
It is at this point. In fact, right now, it's the second leading cause of death in people ages 10 to 24, and it kills more people every year than automobile accidents, which is just mind-boggling to me.
It is mind-boggling. Is there a particular reason that most people decide to kill themselves?
That's a great question, because researchers and people in the field have been trying to figure that out for a long time. You're going to hear my personal spin on it. I believe it's due to mental illness, depression primarily, or other mood disorders. But mental researchers, again, and this is a difficult topic, as you can imagine, to research, because the people they're researching are deceased. So it's they have to look back and do forensic type research. But research says that 90% of the people that attempt suicide or have completed suicide have a mental illness. Sherry McCarthy thinks it's 100%.
And I think I tend to agree with you that probably 100% of people, when they really think about it, normally would not do that.
Absolutely.
How much of a feature is alcohol or drug abuse involved in that?
That's interesting, because I wondered that, since I do work for Waterford Academy, a substance abuse facility for teens. The research has said that it's estimated at least 70% of suicides involve the use of drug and or alcohol.
Well, I'll tell you what, folks, stay with us, because we're just now touching on this subject, and we're going to try and get you some information as we get further on down the show on how to prevent it. But we want to make sure we lay the good foundation for you so you have a good understanding of where somebody is coming from. So we're going to get out there, and we're going to talk with Jordan here in a few minutes when we come back. Then we're going to continue talking with Sherry and help others have a better holiday and hopefully a better life in general. Action, take us away. All right, Ken.
I cannot see the card at all.
I'm going to ask him to, will you text Denise for me real fast and ask her if she sent the commercial for, whatchamacallit? The commercial for Katrina?
Yeah.
Jordan, I'll be right out here.
Boy, my mind went blank
You
there
did
for a
fine.
second.
You did fine.
Thanks.
Is there anything particularly you want me to ask?
I can ask about the lost team, so people know about that. And then are people selfish? And the personal connection. The others, you can spin however you want.
Hey, Dr. B.
Yes.
So while the judge is on the phone out here, I'm gonna bring you in.
Okay, here we go. We're going mobile. I hope you're ready. We're gonna go.